Alright, so, how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well. Now, in today's video, we are back with more Festival GOWTHER showcases. Now, this time using them alongside the Truth Seeker MERLIN. Now, typically when you're running this GOWTHER, has so much good viability with the Lolly MERLIN. Typically, look otherwise, but Truth Seeker MERLIN is still an insanely good unit, and with her passive, I feel as if though we could definitely get a lot more utility, than the Lolly MERLIN. But if you don't know what she does, her single target card here is a Flood one. Same card as the single target Escanor one. The second card here is a alt gauge depletion card, inflicts damage equal to 180% of attack on all enemies, and depletes 2 ultimate gauge move orbs at the end of the enemy's turn. Basically the dissolve card, but looking at the ultimate here, decreases HP related stats of all enemies by 30% for 2 turns, and inflicts damage equal to 440% of attack. Now, the decrease to HP related stats does apply before the ultimate, so using this alongside the GOWTHER ultimate could actually make the GOWTHER ultimate do some pretty good damage, but we'll just have to wait and see. Looking at the passive here, which is the main reason you typically use the Truth Seeker MERLIN, if the hero uses 2 skills during the ally's turn, applies an effect on all enemies which disables attack skills for 1 turn. If using 3 skills, applies an effect which prevents ultimate gauge move from filling for 2 turns, which is really, really good. Now, only downside on this is the fact that Margaret, of course, does have her, cleanse card. Using the GOWTHER alongside that, hopefully we can negate that and use the Jack of Light to disable them. But one good thing to talk about with the 3 skills to prevent the alt gauge moves is you can use the Truth Seeker MERLIN ultimate does still count as a skill, so you can still use that alongside 2 of our other cards and get the full effect out of that. But for the gear here, we're using our typical attack crit set from our Lolly MERLIN, and for the costumes, none of them are upgraded, unfortunately, but weapons are apparently, but we do at least have them all purchased, which is really nice. But haven't tried this team off camera yet, and let's jump right into it. Here we go, and let's see it. Margaret draw for our first matchup, and our TCing, which is really nice. It's been quite a while since I've been able to use the Amelia, and she is just such a strong unit as well. Like, with her release, she instantly made the Lolly MERLIN team so good. Like, with Lolly MERLIN's release, she really didn't have a team, and it was very clear, with the release of this. I think it was like a week or 2 after, literally just saved the unit as a whole. And look at that, basically their entire hand just disabled. Turn 1, got the Jack of Light as well, so there's really nothing they can do about it. Literally just forced them, move cards. If as well with the freeze we want to, maybe we drop the Jack of Light, we can just freeze her instead and use that. What do we want to go for here though? Go Jack of Light, we'll freeze the roll. I think I might attack into the Margaret again. Yeah, why not? This team just has so much utility, and with, MERLIN doing such strong damage, I'm having a feeling this might end up being my favorite team for them. You never know. I think the only card he's able to use here is the Margaret attack, which really at level 1 with no Breath of Blast just has no use. As you can see, we just have him completely locked down from the get-go. I'd like another MERLIN card to have the attack disable again with the Jack of Light, but can't keep it up forever. Let's see. 1, 2, and we'll go 3. Get the GOWTHER ultimate, it's about time. Probably should have used the dissolve there, in all honesty, might have actually been a better play. That's the thing, I didn't even think about the fact that we have dissolve as well. Doing quite a good amount of damage there since we have 4 ultimate gauge. And there we go, there's the attack disable we like. Unfortunately, no Jack of Light to kind of back it up, but we should be fine. I feel as if though in this next turn we should be able to get rid of Margaret, which the GOWTHER ultimate isn't really something to worry about. 1, actually, yeah, no, we have to kill Margaret, otherwise he can just cleanse the freeze we put on GOWTHER. That's alright, throw this one out. I'd really like in this showcase to have a turn where we get to show off the Truth Seeker MERLIN ultimate, and then right after it, show off the GOWTHER one, just to see how much damage we can get GOWTHER to do. Fortunately, Margaret only surviving on a tiny bit of health there, but we get her down. With Droll and GOWTHER on the field, I'm guessing he has Death Pierce in the back. We should be good to go. With 2 resistance buffs, helps us tank out the ultimate a little bit better, but we should be fine. We'll see how much damage it does. He can, of course, start throwing out all of his taunts and his stuns now, since we did drop the Jack of Lights, but we'll see. Depending on what level ultimate he has his GOWTHER as well, this could just do 0 damage. If he's as unlucky as I am, I have the 1/6 GOWTHER ultimate. There we go, pretty good job there, and due to the fact he attacked Amelia twice, we get the freeze off as well. This team is just insane. It is so crazy what you can get done. And with Amelia as well, like her ultimate, I didn't even talk about Amelia as much. She has the same ultimate as Lost Vein, the secret technique where the more cards you have in your hand, the more damage you end up doing. With the insane amount of luck I had, I know I was just talking about how bad luck I had with her in GOWTHER, ended up getting her 6/6, so if in this showcase we could get a rotation where we have all 3 ultimates, that would be it. That would be game over. There's no way they survive that, but I was hoping we could maybe get a forfeit right off the bat, but doesn't look like it's gonna happen. 1, 2, and we'll just attack this into GOWTHER. Not much you can do. Once the Margaret's kind of dead in this Margaret Droll team, the team loses, like, it's really only got the 1 threat, which is why obviously you're using the Droll to protect them, but once that's gone, the team loses so much value. But there we go, with GOWTHER dead, let's just go on to the next opponent. Here we go, and a Margaret Escanor team. I'd definitely like to have a flawless video. I don't think I've had a flawless video yet with GOWTHER. I feel as if I just keep making like a bunch of misplays and all kinds of stuff, especially in the, what was it, the one where I was using Ladosia, when I ended up throwing off the GOWTHER ultimate and then using the single card and not having the ult gauge depletion apply. That was embarrassing, but with that card there, we might actually get... What card can still be... I think you might be able to still use the Dissolve, but other than that, I think he's completely sealed, because... No, never mind. Was it the Dissolve? I think I might have been right on that. It's either the Dissolve or the... Yeah, because using the 2 cards disables attack skills. Here we go. Unfortunately, dropping the Jack of Light spam instantly, but that's alright, what can you do? I'm gonna throw out the Dissolve, freeze Margaret, and I think we might attack an Escanor, just to try and make Escanor as weak as possible for when he wants to start throwing out those flood cards. We actually have 2 units that have Dissolve, which I didn't even think about. Some crazy ult gauge control with this team, and like, with GOWTHER's ability to delete skills, I forget how good Truth Seeker MERLIN is. That is... Honestly, I'm pretty sure, I remember when doing our showcase, I came to this conclusion, but she definitely has a stronger, like, flood card than the one Escanor. Like, as you saw my Merlin there, only has, like, the... I think she only has 4 weapons at this point. Only has the 4 weapons, and only 2 of them were UR and maxed out, and she still hit harder than my Escanor, which is crazy to think. You wouldn't really expect that. Apply this again, and I think I might freeze Margaret just to be safe. We don't want to kill anyone because Escanor obviously has full ult gauge and you'll get the ultimate. We'll hold on for one more turn. Hopefully we can get some Merlin cards in this next turn. I think that might be the only thing this team lacks in. If you're not getting the ultimates and you're not getting any if you're not getting any Merlin cards, you are going to struggle for damage. And with the fact we could usually, if this was any other unit other than Escanor, use these 3 Merlin cards, kill the Margaret, and put the ultimate... Actually, no, it's only ult gauge orbs. Okay. So we can't just disable ultimates with it, but... Rem coming into the front. We might actually be in a bit of trouble. Actually, no, we should be 1, 2... And if we throw this one into Escanor, do the fact one for ultimate gauge, we'll get the ult gauge depletion. Just... I threw the second one into Margaret there just to make sure she died. Hopefully this goes for Escanor as well, yeah. This one won't remove the ult gauge, but this second one will. And if he gets the merger, it was just meant to be. That's fine. There we go, sweet. Okay, still pulling through. Does have a Goddess Liz in the back, which is annoying to say the least. We have got a stun and a freeze though, so we should be able to make pretty good work of this team now. Now that his Escanor's passive is on cooldown, he has like 4-5 turns. Until that comes back, we should be good to go. Yikes, don't like taking that Amelia though. Losing the Amelia, actually, I thought that was his 3rd card. Yeah, okay. Just starting to look worse and worse this match. No other plan. No other play than going for that. We'll stun the Escanor, stop the ultimate, and go for that. I mean, that actually disables ultimates. Yeah, disables ultimate skills. Okay, maybe we should have held on to the stun. Okay, damn, I was only just talking about how I wanted this to be a flawless video, and we're going to get a lost second match in. Goddamn. I really don't think there's any way for me to bring this one back. Actually, GOWTHER's got fairly high ultimate gauge. We can... We'll go for this. Chuck that one out again, stop the Elizabeth from using any shields or stuns. Get rid of the Escanor ultimate. We can take the GOWTHER ultimate to the face. That's fine, but the earlier I can proc the revive on this Escanor, and hopefully get the kill on him, the more chance we have of winning. If we can get rid of the Escanor and still have like GOWTHER and Rem full health, we can definitely bring this one back. It's just getting Escanor down is such an issue, especially with his lifesteal. He's like such a strong unit. And he does seem to have like a 3-6 GOWTHER ultimate, which is unfortunate. Oh yeah, we're only just holding on in this one. And yeah, there's no way we can remove the ultimate. That's alright, 1 for 1 at the moment. What can you do? Super long loading time on this one, so it does look to be a real player, but let's hope we can keep that as our only loss of the video. Haven't versed the commandment team with GOWTHER, I don't think yet, so this could be interesting. What do you want to go? We're not getting an awful lot of use out of the Jack of Light because the Chandler can still taunt and whatnot out of it. I think this is our best play. Using the Jack of Light kind of as like an evasion. We don't like, if you were to have the evasion food there, we don't need it as much, but starting off, like trying to use the dissolves with this team is such an important thing. I know it's attacking them every turn and, you know, eventually you are going to give them the ultimate. But stopping that as early as possible is really helpful. And due to the fact we actually got the 3 Merlin cards here, we can disable the ult gauge, like him getting ultimate gauge for the next 2 turns, which is super, super helpful. Unfortunately, taunting with Chandler there, I do think we can actually freeze through that. Only problem with that though, is that that does stop us, you know, using the 3 cards with Merlin. So 1, 2, and 3. Freeze that on Chandler there. That is going to give us the Amelia ult, which we're going to want to use. But just attacking this team as little as possible is definitely the best way to go. Like, if you can't throw out the 3 Merlin cards in the 1 turn, then just don't attack at all. We're just going to have to stick by that. And do that. With this Amelia ult going out, I do think we're going to have like enough damage, especially with the fact that Merlin's card is dissolved. We should have enough ult gauge control to stop anything bad from happening. With the Ludo passive as well on Amelia, that does stop, you know, them from getting petrified, which is good that he didn't fall for that. Let's see though, Merlin only just surviving there, which is really nice for us. Go like this, and we'll also get to rush your GOWTHER ultimate as well, which is really handy. Let's see though. First Amelia ultimate of the video. I'm pretty happy with that damage, why not? I'd like for that to kill Chandler. Yeah, what can you do? No crits on draw either. Okay, so get the attack disable, no way of him cleansing that or anything. That's pretty good. Okay, so do have the dissolve as well, so if he tries to rush his Melee this turn, that saves us. Got the GOWTHER ultimate, we got some crit. Yeah, look. We played this one pretty well. It does look like he's going to put up the counter, which is annoying to say the least, but we basically have this. Unless I make some super stupid play where he has like some crazy good turn, we should be good to go. Gets the counter up there. I definitely like to try out Chandler more. Unfortunately, Chandler has like no viability alongside GOWTHER, so just a tiny bit unfortunate there. He does get the 2 Dragon Claw cards off there, which will stop us from deleting cards, but at this point, I think I'm more set on like dealing damage with the actual GOWTHER ultimate than I am deleting cards. We're gonna attack disable anyway. Hopefully this does enough damage so that Chandler can't get the count. Even if Chandler was actually to counter the Merlin AoE, we should be fine. Actually, Droll might get his ultimate off. I really should have. I wasn't paying like an awful lot of attention to that. Please go for Droll and please kill. Ah, so close. Actually, no, he has enough cards in his hand that he won't get the ultimate. Thank God. I made a stupid play, but we managed to pull through with it. Unless he has someone in the back that can taunt. With Red Zeldris, he very well... No, he still has the Droll commandment in play, doesn't he? Yeah, he does too. If the Zeldris passive was in play, he could very well move a card and start throwing out attacks with Assault Malleus, which would be very good for him. We have plenty of defense debuffs on us that he could kill. I think that just about does it though, yeah. Can't use any like 2-star cards or anything. Well, he can. My bad. I still don't have a clue what's going on half the time with this GOWTHER unit. There's just so many little things that go on within the match. It's just too much to keep up with sometimes. What do I want to do to... That's the thing, we have so many debuffs on us at this point. That keeping that Meliodas alive is a problem. But at the same time, I think I'm just going to go full send. Freezing the Droll there, we're instantly going to break him out with the AoE. Oh damn, I was hoping I had to do just a tiny bit more damage. Okay, yeah. Unless he gets that good turn where we, you know, Merlin has all the viability that we need and he petrifies Merlin, he could very well end up turning this one back around on us. We'll just have to see. He definitely has a whole bunch of assault melee cards saved from all the freezing we've been doing. That's embarrassing. No way do we lose back-to-back matches in this video. Got the buff on GOWTHER as well, which is gonna have the buff on both of them. No way is GOWTHER tanking 400,000 damage. And then you go for the Amelia. Wait, hold on. We could actually pull through on this, I feel. Maybe. Let's see. We can actually use 3 card skills, so we can stop Alt Gauge from coming up, and we can go like this. Okay. Second to Meliodas said not as much damage as I would have liked. Maybe we should have gone for Droll. That, however, stops the ultimate gauge from building up. We have the dissolve on him. Okay, we can still win this one. He does have the Zeldris, which can remove our ultimate. Actually, if he removes the ultimate, we get the melee ultimate. That card draw just actually worked out perfectly for us there. Let's see it. Oh, he petrifies, no. God damn, actually, no, we still win this. We can freeze you, and freeze you. Do a little bad manners. Get in with the emote. Throw off the Merlin ultimate. The decreased HP related stats. Throw off the 6/6 Amelia ultimate. 1 tap. There we go. So we thank God we didn't end up losing that one. Really pulled through there with the card RNG. Did we get a forfeit? Surely. Hasn't got any resistance buffs to help him tank anything. Surely, give me the forfeit, please. Yeah, there we go. Finally. And a Margaret Droll team. I'm still at CCing. Okay, sweet. Some of these last videos we've been getting out CC'd a whole bunch, and definitely not something you want to have happen. Like, the only really time you actually want to get out CC'd is when you're using the barn team. But other than that, like, it's getting out CC'd is such a disadvantage, even though they give you the extra ultimate gauge. Back in the day when like Lost Fame was a thing, once again you wanted to go like, you're either really wanting to go second or like it's just the last thing that's on your mind. We'll just have to wait and see though. Once again, his entire hand is disabled. The Merlin passive, like the attack disable along with the debuff disable, is so unbelievably strong. Gonna throw it again. Unfortunately, no attack disable on this one. We will go full send on Margaret, however. Might actually be able to get the kill on her if we get some pretty nice crits. Actually, no, with the resistance buffs, that's not happening. Actually, I forget Merlin has a flood card. It definitely is happening. And if there's a death pierce in the back, there's nothing he can do to bring this match back. Okay, got the Escanor in the back, sweet. Still got some stuff to think about. This match and the past match, I usually don't like to use like strong units in the back. Like almost whenever I do a showcase, I'm only showcasing the 3 units in the front. When it comes to units in the back, Death Pierce, Rem, Fest Zeldris, stuff like that. I definitely like a second Merlin card here to stop. I'm just confused on what I want to go for. 1, 2, 3, maybe? Disabling, removing all the ultimate gauge from GOWTHER, applying the dissolve, and we're keeping the freeze just in case worse comes to worse. We need to use it on someone. However, he's probably going to taunt on this next turn, which was like the main thing I was thinking of. If not though, we really don't, like this freeze isn't going to be like crazily useful. If he uses a Petrify or something, that'd be unfortunate. Yeah, there's the taunt I was talking about. I'd really like to get off the Merlin passive as well, but using an AoE would break him out of the freeze, and he does end up using the Petrify as well, yeah. Definitely should have used the freeze a turn earlier. Do you still have the dissolve on us? These dissolves are really annoying. Actually, we don't even need to use that. We'll go for this, why not? With him just having the Escanor on the back, this team is definitely proving to be a lot more of a threat. Like, usually with the Margaret team, use Death Pierce. If you're lucky, you go first, get the extra Breath of Bless, or preferably the extra rank up. Turn 1, you throw off your Breath of Bless 3-star. Next turn you attack, you win. But once again, going second is just such a disadvantage, especially for the Margaret team. What's he gonna throw out here? Unfortunately, once again, don't have the 2 Merlin. We're kind of using the Merlin passive more than we're using like the Jack of Light effect, which is Odd to see. Once Margaret's dead, it kind of doesn't get a lot of use, and especially since we have Escanor in the front. The attack disable is really, really important for us. Still have this bloody dissolve on us. He has not let us get any ultimates this match. 1, 2, 3. At least with GOWTHER frozen in this next turn, we can try and get the... what's the word I'm looking for? We can try and rush some ultimates. That's if Escanor doesn't kill anyone. Only has 2 cards though, which is handy for us. You can get the full MERLIN passive as well, which is really helpful. We're probably going to end up using the AoE, using the single target on Droll. Actually, no, we're just going to lose MERLIN. Oh well, it's unfortunate. Does that give us a... oh, it does give us an Amelia ult. Sweet, no, that's all planned. 100%. Totally meant to do all of that. Do we want to merge the GOWTHER ultimate, or... that'll get us GOWTHER ultimate. Is there anything... Escanor survives regardless. Yeah, we'll go for that. There's nothing we can do about the Escanor staying alive, and I don't really think we can kill GOWTHER in this matchup. Unless we just kill GOWTHER right at the bat. Damn. I forget how strong Amelia's ultimate is. It's crazy. If we had have used a GOWTHER attack card, we would have killed Escanor as well there, but there we go. Another win. We can finish this one off with the GOWTHER ultimate. Or we could get another forfeit. Would be nice. Oh well, that's right, yeah. So one more match to go, and we've only had the 1 loss. Once again, I really would have liked to have finally gotten a flawless GOWTHER video. What can you do? What can you do? If we come up against a Barn team in this really surviving the ultimate? If we come up against a Barn team in this final one, we might be in a bit of trouble. Alright, and our final opponent is another Margaret Droll team. We are getting out CC'd though, which, if he gets good card RNG, this could be the end for us, especially since we got probably the worst starting hand for this matchup, and for well, not for this matchup, for this team, and probably with most of the GOWTHER teams, is this extra armor breaker card. It's definitely good once you have higher ult gauge, but like early on in the fight, it's not the craziest. We can definitely merge it and like get the 4 ultimate gauge by using the Jack of Light as well. He got the double rank up. Okay, we are going to be struggling to win this match. That's the thing, yeah. Once you go second with this GOWTHER and you can't get this one off right off the bat, it is scary. We are still going to go for this here though. Get the attack disable and use the buff disable just in case he got an extra Breath of Bless card. He could very well have cleansed the attack disable, which we wouldn't like. We're going to see that. We're also going to disable the 2-star card. Yeah, look at that. His whole hand's disabled. I don't care if we lose this final match. Disabling the whole hand is good enough for me. There's no way we're winning this one. Actually, with double freeze here, we could be onto something. Can't rush any ultimates though. Actually, we could double freeze and rush, although GOWTHER would be able to attack disable us. 1, 2, GOWTHER. We'll see. We have the GOWTHER ultimate, which means we can also remove ultimates with the single target, but we're not really going to need to do that. Hey look, we pulled through. Another forfeit. There we go, and that just about does it for today's video. I mean, hey, I'm happy we won the last match. Maybe I was taking too long to do my turns and he ended up getting double frozen and he was just tilted or something. Who knows, but hey, I'm happy with how this video went. Once again, we did get 1 loss, which is unfortunate, but hey, what can you do? Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.